Good morning. Today our topic is energy stored in a capacitor and energy density. Now there is the two question arises: how energy is stored in a capacitor and where energy is stored. For that, now come see the capacitor. Plate A and plate B. Plate B is earth and plate A has supplied some charge. Now one by one follow all these things. Whenever the charge given to the plate, first charge given to the plate, on that case there is no opposition offered on the charge, and it will easily come to the plate A. That we know in the case of the principle of capacitor. Now further the charge will be supplied. On that case the charge will experience some opposing force on them, and that's why there must be some work to bring the charge to the plate against the electrostatic force. So that is the, suppose at any instant the plate acquired the charge Q, and that instant there is the potential difference of V between the two plates, and the charge induced is of same value in the plate B. Now this is the arrangement where we find the electric field. That electric field is uniform throughout the parallel plate capacitor. Earlier we learned all about this. The important thing is what? That the charge whenever given, the potential increases. The charge whenever given, some work had to be done to bring the charge to the plate, and that energy, that work is converted to its potential energy in that capacitor. One thing. Now we know that the capacitance C is equal to Q by V. So all about this, suppose at any instant plate has the charge. Plate has the charge Q, having the potential V. Now let's suppose at that instant a very small amount of charge dq is given. Infinitely small charge is given. Now again, this charge acquires some opposition due to the presence of number of charges on the plate. So to bring the charge to that of the plate, some work done, and that work is small since the charge is small, and that work is dW. What we are doing here, for having the charge earlier, it is the Q, and at that time dq charge to be supplied to bring that of the plate A. The small work have to done to bring that charge to the plate A at the same potential. Here you can say that the potential will change. No, it is just like if we consider the large water tank, and if we drop some liquid over this, So this will not increase its height. Almost the height will be the same. So whatever the potential energy here, that potential energy mgh remain the same. The few drop does not change any height of this liquid column. Any height of this liquid column, the potential energy all the same. The similar character we consider here also. It is such a small charge that the potential remain the constant. So only the small work done to bring the charge to that one. Now, small work done to bring the charge dq to the plate at potential V, then it is small work done dW, that is dW is equal to dq into V. Potential here we consider as a constant one, dq, this is the charge. So we have the relation here also. We know that potential V is equal to work to the charge, or work is equal to V into Q. So the same character we have considered here, and that becomes the equation number 1. Now we have a capacitance here, C is equal to Q by V, or this implies that potential is equal to of the plates acquired, the potential difference between the plate, that is the Q by C. As we know that V is equal to, we have Q by C. Now this is the equation number 2. We substitute this equation 2 in equation 1. Now putting equation 2 in 1, we get how much is? We get, that is the dW work is equal to, here it is the dq and q by c into dq. That becomes the equation number 2. Now this is the small work done related with the charge, since the capacitance is constant. So integrating the equation 2, integrating the equation 2 with proper limit, then it is work is equal to integration of the work from 0 to q charge, and that is here also 1 by c, this is the constant character, and integration 0 to charge of the maximum q, and that is the q dq. We know the relation, we know the integration, and it has the value. That value is here work is equal to, this is the 1 by c, and this q square by 2 from 0 to q, maximum value, upper limit minus lower limit. So work that is stored in the capacitor in the form of potential energy, and that equal to half q square by c. This is the equation number 3. Now again we use the relation whether q is equal to Cv, since q is equal to Cv. So when we put this one, the energy becomes the half Cv square. In place of the q we have substituted this one, and that becomes the equation number 4. Similar equation, that this also represents the energy along the plates along in a capacitor. If we put the value of the C here, that is the, or V here, V is equal to Q by, that it means if C is equal to Q by V, on that case we have the another relation of the potential energy, that is half, and so just substitute the value of Q here, that is the QV. This is the equation number 5. All the three relations represent the energy stored energy in the capacitor. Now just see the relation, how it comes. We have told or we discussed that whenever the charge is supplied, on that case there is no opposition on the plate. So earlier it has no work done. That work initially that is work is equal to 0 when charge, there is the no charge in this one. When the plate does not have the charge, that means the potential is equal to 0. And when the charge is supplied, and finally when it gets the Q charge having the potential, so work final that is equal to QV. Again, try to understand. Just we are seeing that the work is going for the first charge and for the charge up to the Q. That means the work at the earlier, initially no work have to be done because there is the no plate, no charge on the plate, and no potential difference here. The potential is 0. So on that case the work is equal to 0. But whenever it requires the charge Q of potential V, on that case final work done is equal to QV. How we come to know that? We know that the potential is equal to work to the charge. So whenever we concerned with the work, on that case it is the, whenever we concerned with the work, it is the potential to the charge, potential into the charge is the work done. So we have relation here, we have relation initially work initial is equal to 0. At potential V is equal to 0. Got the point? Now second, finally work is equal to final work, final that is equal to QV. Now we will see the average work in this particular characteristics to bring the charge on the plate. So average work done is given as work final plus work initial divided by 2. So on that case we have final QV plus 0 divided by 2, that is equal to half QVs. And see the equation here, see the equation X, you will find that half QV is here. This is the relation. This is the relation that we come to know. This is the relation, and that work done in the form of potential energy. So we can understand, earlier we have taken the capacitance, charge and potential related. But if we can see the relation with the work also, you will get the same energy value, same work done, and that is the half QV square. We can explain in the two ways to understand better how the work is stored in a charged capacitor. Now we have a relation with the graphic relation, that is the In graph we can understand the work here also, that this is the potential and this one represent the charge. This is the Q for x coordinate and potential V for y coordinate, and that is 0. The charge, we have a linear graph since the capacitance, this linear graph represent the capacitance C, which is constant, and that is the Q by V. Capacitance of the parallel plate is constant here. So this is the graph, this represent the capacitance and linear graph. Now here if we consider some value of the charge, and that value is very small value, that small value is the dq. dq for this potential, and this potential almost P, Q, R, S. Thus SR is the such a small distance, such a small dq, finitely small charge, that almost the potential is constant. For here the potential is constant, V is equal to constant. So if we see the relation here also, we have the work, and that work is equal to Q into V. Here is the graph represent the work, area of this graph represent the work. See here. Area of the graph represent the work done. That is the PQ area. PQRS is equal to, that area is equal to what? Work done, that is the small work done dW, is equal to dq into V. dq into V. Now we consider that the capacitance is constant. Capacitance C is constant for the capacitor. So on that case, again we put the relation here. So this relation become the dq and Q by V. Here in case of the V, or V is equal to Q by C, so that become the dq into it become the Q by C. Now as the earlier, we will do the same and we got the energy here. We get the energy here. That means in number of ways we understand how the energy is stored in a capacitor. Now our next question is where it is stored. Where it is stored. Now for that, where the energy is stored in a capacitor. Where the energy is stored in a capacitor. So on that case, just see there is the energy, there is the electric field, and electric field is the region where the energy is placed. How it is? The electric field, the force experienced by the charge which enter the plate, and that force is equal to charge to the electric field. And this is the electrostatic force which opposes the charges to move to the plate, and the moment is there is the displacement. That means work is here, work is going, that work is equal to force into displacement. And force is what? that force is the Q into E naught, and displacement E naught and displacement work we are taking, so no need to this. In case of dot product you will do but here Q is equal to E naught and the displacement whatever may be. So displacement and the charge is constant factor, work is related with the electric field. How much is the electric field here? That much is the work had to do for bringing the charge to the plate up to its maximum potential of the beam. So where the charge energy is stored? The energy is stored at the region of the electric field. How can we understand? Just see, I have a plate like this, and this is the plate at which, suppose this are arrangement of this plate. So whenever it is very close, so electric lines are almost linear as the space is covered with this one. All these electric lines are here, and that electric lines are the reason where the energy is stored. Electric field space is the reason where the electric energy or the energy is stored. Now next point is the energy density. So see the energy density. Energy density. Energy density, that means energy per unit volume of this one. How we know this one? That suppose this is the space, this is the two plate, my palm is the two plate, and the space at which the body is kept, let it be the dielectric or let it be the anything where it is the vacuum or air also. Means there is the space or the gap between the two plates. Got the point? Now here, in this condition, this plate have the area, and this is the thickness. So that become the volume, and that particular space the electric field lies. That particular space the electric field lies. Whenever you place the dielectric also, on that case also the reduced value of the electric field is there. Reduced value of the electric field when we place the dielectric between the two plates. But what we observe here, there is the area or the distance between the two plates, and area and the distance together is the volume, that is space. The distance between the two plates is the d. And it has the area, the space area. That means there is the volume at which the electric field we observe. So the energy density is the energy per unit volume where it is placed. Energy per unit volume. Energy per unit volume. So energy density is written as energy density is equal to, now energy, that energy we have calculated, and we have calculated that is the half CV square by volume we write this one is as volume. Now volume is what? That is the area of this space and the distance among the two plates. This is the volume. Volume is equal to area into T. Now we know that since C is equal to capacitance is equal to between the two plates is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Why we have considered this relation? Because this relation have only the measured value, measurement of the capacitance that can be measured with the area and the distance between the plate. And the volume and the potential also be measured, And potential is what? That potential is equal to E into D. Now, we know that the energy, electric field along this one is uniform. Thus, whenever you substitute all this, let it be the equation 1 and these two be the relation or equation 2. Just substitute here. You have or we have the relation. We have the relation energy density. Energy density that is equal to half, in place of C we will write half epsilon naught A by D, half epsilon naught A by D A by D into, in place of the potential, that is the E, here it is E D whole square by, now in place of the volume, that is the AD. Now if we see this one, D square and D cancel out, again D is cancelled out, area and area is cancelled out. We have only the relation energy density that is equal to half epsilon naught E square. So energy density, these are the constant character. So energy density is directly to the square of the electric field. Energy density is directly proportional to the square of the electric field. This is the electric field. Along the plate. So this is the all about the electric field, energy stored in a charge capacitor. Number of ways we learned energy stored in a charge capacitor. Regarding the expression when potential kept constant, regarding the work we have taken the average, regarding the graph we also calculated the electric field. Energy in a charge capacitor. Also, we have seen the energy density here. It is related with the electric field, and the expression is that is. Now, what conclusion for the expression? That is number 1. Point to remember or note point. Number 1, we have the energy. That is energy is equal to half CV square is equal to that half Q square by C, and that is equal to QB square. One more relation is the half, in place of the, whenever we put the C in place of C, that is Q by V, on that is equal to half QB. Why I have written here that these two are having no measured value, because we cannot measure the charge here also or charge here also. So it is better to use the half CV square for measuring the energy in a capacitor. One thing. Next, second point that energy density that is equal to half E naught epsilon naught E square. That much we come to the conclusion, and the major point is what? That is we have almost to take the relation of half CV square here. One have the energy relation also we calculated, that the work average is equal to energy that is equal to, that is the work final minus work initial by 2, and we got the relation half QB. So all these about the energy stored in the electric field. Fourth point which we must write here, the electric field lie at the energy lie along the field region. Energy lies along the electric field. So where the electric energy is stored? The electric energy is stored where there is the electric field lies. So all about this in the next section, in the next class, we will discuss, we will see the numericals based on the energy as well as combination of the capacitors.